You won't have to go to other countries begging for grain.
I invite everybody in the diaspora who want to invest in agriculture. Ghana is here for you.
Curb unnecessary imports of things that we have a comparative advantage to produce. Processed tomatoes, soya bean, they can mill rice. And
Greetings, lovely people. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. We are in Ghana, actually. Something happened in Ghana. We cannot attest to the fact that this generation we are living in, the only leader who is fighting for food security effectively is the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore. After the manner of China, how China started with food security to secure food and be self-sufficient when it comes to food, no other nation has been able to tackle this problem of food security from the root. Only the president of Burkina Faso is taking that step effectively, and we all can see what he is doing. When you come to Ghana, Nigeria, and the rest, one of the things that we notice is that anytime the leaders come to power, they always try their best to patch the problem when it comes to food security. None of them is trying to tackle the problem from the root. But the president of Burkina Faso has been able to initiate that effectively, and I think it has affected, or let me say it is now affecting the rest of Africans. In Ghana, similar thing is happening. The president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, came to office, and for the first time, I'm seeing him tackling problem of food security from the root. It's no longer the issue of patching the whole thing, or let me say rebranding it. No. In short, what happened is that the president of Ghana just initiated a program called Feed Ghana program, just as the president of Burkina Faso initiated the agro pastoral offensive initiative to boost agriculture and to fast forward the step to food sufficiency. John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, initiated a similar project. But let me tell you about it. It's very interesting, lovely people. I'm going to break it down into pieces and everybody will understand. On 12 April, John Dramani Mahama has officially launched the Feed Ghana program. And the aim of this project is to transform Ghana's agriculture sector and creating jobs across the country. He line up visions and line up some solid points which I'm going to break down actually. The Feed Ghana program is designed to increase local food production. And lovely people, you are going to listen to him speaking and it will melt your heart. Are you aware that the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, is a farmer? You are not aware? Yes, he's a farmer. So rest assured, we are not dealing with a lazy president, or we are dealing with a president who knows nothing about agriculture. He's a farmer himself. So this is his field. The Feed Ghana program is designed to increase local food production, reduce food imports, supply raw materials to factories. Factories will be created. We are going to get there. Create employment, and especially for the youth. And I'm loving this because this is going to make farming appealing to the youth. In Burkina Faso, one of the things Ibrahim Traore did was that he called the youth, everybody who is interested in agriculture, this is the land. My friend, share the land to them. You can ask my brother Burkinabes. They share the land to the youth who are interested. All the vast land that are empty there. Say, hey, all of you are interested, take the land, farm. This program was launched in Techima in the Bono East region of Ghana. The program is expected to change how agriculture works in Ghana, from small farms to large-scale agribusiness. The president of Ghana highlighted that Ghana spends over $2 billion every year on food import. That is sad, looking at the vast land that we have in this country. And according to him, this dependence on foreign food, it puts the country at risk when global prices or supply chains break down along the line. So the Feed Ghana program aims to fix this by encouraging local production and supporting farmers with the tools and resources they need for sustainable food production. Importantly, livestock is also a priority, including poultry, goat, sheep, cattle, and pigs. The program includes support for farmers. And to ensure this succeed, the government is going to set up farmer service centers across the country. And let me put this on record. This is not something new for the President John Dramani Mahama. 2 years ago, he did interview with Odemaya. He made mention of this.
I think that farmers need support. We've approached it the wrong way. I realized some of the things that we ourselves did mistakes with. We imported tractors and agricultural equipment and we gave it to farmers. The farmer does not need a tractor. He doesn't need the agricultural equipment. He needs the services of a tractor. So somebody who knows how to maintain that tractor must have a service center where he provides the services to the farmer. But we gave the tractors to the farmers. In a year or two, the tractor has broken down because he doesn't know that every 6 months you must change the engine oil, you must change the filters,
Exactly.
you must grease the tractor. He doesn't know that, so we'll approach it differently.
Additionally, among the list of support to farmers, the government is going to provide access to tools, training, and market to farmers. They're going to establish farm bank to help with funding and input support for the farmers. They are going to also strengthen links between smallholder farmer and large commercial farms. I invite everybody in the diaspora who want to invest in agriculture. Ghana is here for you. I can assure you of that. And beautifully, a key goal of this program is to shift Ghana from just growing food to adding value through processing and agribusinesses. And this is going to be including building agro-industrial zones across the country, supporting local food factories, and creating a new generation of agricultural entrepreneurs. We believe this is going to create jobs and is going to reduce poverty in the country. And a system is going to be put in place to help farmers earn better income by stabilizing food prices in local markets looking ahead. Now, for better understanding of this project, the details of his visions are revealed in 2 combined clips when he was giving a speech at the official launch of this program and another speech when he was throwing more light on this whole thing. And listening to him carefully, he raised 10 solid visionary points. You see, one of the things is that in Ghana, when the president speaks positive things or positive things are happening, the youth will not go and listen to what their president is saying. They will wait for bloggers to use the negative trend to carry them away. So if the government put out opportunity, the youth can see it because there's other trend carrying them away. So I've listened to the entire clips and then I broke everything down into pieces for proper understanding. At the inauguration, John Dramani Mahama began by painting a big picture of what agriculture in Ghana can become. He emphasized that it's not a sector for poor people, but one filled with wealth, employment, and national pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, some people say agriculture belongs to poor people. But I say agriculture can generate significant wealth and employment.
He raised a second point on global reality check. With climate change threatening the global food chain, he emphasized that Ghana must take control of its own destiny. And food security is no longer an option for Ghana. It is now a survival strategy.
We live in a world crippled by the ever-increasing effects of climate change. And in this uncertain and sometimes volatile world, food security becomes a strategic issue. To put it simply, we cannot even begin to think about transforming Ghana if we don't put the right focus on agriculture.
Number 3, he projects agriculture as the foundation of growth. He made it clear that you can't build a nation on an empty stomach.
We cannot be successful in anything we do if we do not first put food on the table at an affordable cost for our people. Agriculture is the cornerstone of growth. Ignoring it is like trying to build a house without a foundation. The slightest storm will bring that house down. Without reliable access to affordable and nutritious food in sufficient quantity, growth and development are impossible. So I don't look at agriculture as an occupation for the poor. I look at it as the very basis of our future.
Number 4, we must feed ourselves. He pointed out the simplest strategy for food security: grow what we eat and eat what we grow. And this is the heart of the Feed Ghana program.
The simplest way to achieve food security is to produce food locally. If you produce food locally, you are not dependent on imports. And so you can still feed the people even if international distribution chains are broken. We won't have to go to other countries begging for grain if we get things right.
Number 5, to John Dramani Mahama, this is personal. He pointed it out that this is not just politics, it is a personal issue because Mahama is a farmer himself and he sees farmers and fishermen not just as workers but as partners in nation building.
This is the food security strategy I'm fighting for, and this is why I'm looking at farmers, fishermen, and other protein producers as strategic partners in building the Ghana we want. A modern, vibrant, thriving Ghana. Others may look down on agriculture, but I don't because I'm a farmer myself. I see farmers as my close brothers and sisters because of their strategic importance in helping Ghana become a true black star not only of Africa, but of the world.
Raising the 6th point, he outlined 3 key policies that will roll out under this particular program.
And let me just share 3 examples of the policies we will implement as soon as we form the next government. I've said already that we shall establish special agro-industrial zones in the 16 regions of our country to add value to local crops they have a comparative advantage to produce, and thereby boost exports and reduce raw material imports. Secondly, we shall create opportunities for farmers to improve food security and bolster economic growth through the establishment of farmer service centers across the country. This will be enhanced by well-established farmers' cooperatives, advanced farming techniques, modern digital tools, and the promotion of agribusiness. And the third, we will launch a program similar to the Operation Feed Yourself and Industries program of the early 1970s to make Ghana self-sufficient in basic staples and curb unnecessary imports of things that we have a comparative advantage to produce.
Number 7, Mahama isn't stopping at production alone. He highlights the broken chain where farmers are left helpless and middlemen profit the most out of farming. This is a broken value chain that needs to be fixed.
One of the things that is missing in agri is that we always give support to farmers to produce more. But when they produce more, that's all. We just abandon them to their fate. And so the middlemen come and buy the food cheap. The same food the farmer sells at a certain price, you come to the market and find it at 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the price. And that is because we've not developed the agribusiness and marketing chain. And so one of the new crop of young business people we're going to create are what I call agripreneurs, agribusiness people. We'll give them small machines so that they can process tomatoes, soya bean, they can mill rice and package it for the market. They can produce fruit juices for our shops so that we can produce more of the things we consume and cut down on the things that we import.
Now, to show how serious he is, John Dramani Mahama says the Ministry of Agriculture will now be called the Ministry of Food and Agribusiness.
And so the Ministry of Agriculture is going to be called the Ministry of Food and Agribusiness, because we want agribusiness to come out as a new area that we're going to invest in so that they can take the crops, uptake the crop from the farmers and be able to produce it into something else. I'm a farmer, so I have a personal stake in this. I have a farm in my mother's village. Last year I produced 1,000 bags of soya bean, and I sold it and I put some money in my pocket. I have 17 workers I pay on the farm every month. And so I have an interest in this. If there's an agribusinessman who comes and puts a factory to buy my soya and produce soya oil and animal feed, I'll be happy. And so we'll assist them to do that so that we, the farmers, can also begin to smile.
Putting partisan politics aside, whether you like him or you support him or not, one thing is clear. This Feed Ghana vision is bold. Will the youth take advantage of it? Because I know my youth in Ghana, we are not serious. Somebody will look at this and be like, oh, this is NDC, this thing, because he belongs to MPP. Partisan politics will make us lose opportunity in this country. As a young man, I'm going to take advantage of this. My lovely people, what do you think about this beautiful development coming from Ghana? Do you think with this, the agriculture sector of Ghana is having a future? Let me know in the comment section. Respect.